Alright everybody, welcome back to the build on my 1991 Ford F-150. Today we're going to be replacing the entire cooling system for the engine. And let me show you what I got in the back of my truck over here. Alright, so over here in my truck we have a new radiator, we have a new water pump that I've painted black. We have both the radiator hoses, the upper and lower. We have a can of wasp spray because I had to fight off some wasps earlier. I did buy a fan shroud, but it was the wrong one. It was advertised for this truck. No, it wasn't. Anyway, that's beside the point. Before I get started, you'll see that the back of the frame is not painted yet. I've been waiting for a good sunny day to do it. And actually a couple sunny days to do it, and for the past 2 weeks I haven't been able to get one. So it's just been muggy and rainy and crappy for the past few weeks. Anyway, and while I was waiting for the sun to come out, all the parts for my cooling system had came in. So we're gonna do that so I can get a video out so somebody can watch it. Yeah, anyways, let me get started. Alright, so the very first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to take this radiator out. That'll allow me access to get the water pump and the pulleys off, and it'll just make it easier. Second thing we're going to do, obviously take off these hoses, and third thing, take off the water pump. And I didn't actually get any heater hoses. I couldn't find any. That's fine. We'll do that later. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with getting the ice cube maker out. And yeah, I think I got the right size here. It will work. I think we're tightening. Yep. We sure are. This is going in the junk pile. If you don't know how to take a radiator out, they're very simple, at least on old trucks. You got the upper and lower radiator hose. Probably drain all your fluids first, save you a little bit of mess. You got to pull the fan shroud out whenever you have a complete one, and you got to push it up towards the engine. Take off your 2 bolts and pull it on out. This is going to break. Oh, I'm glad that didn't break. I would have hated that, because then I'd have to spend more money. And just pull it out, like so. The real reason I'm changing this radiator out, at first, whenever I did end up flushing the motor, everything was brown and milky and awful, and then it finally got clear. And I guess whenever I flushed it out, I found a spot right around here that finally started leaking. Whenever I first put that regular water in there, before I flushed it out, it was wasn't leaking. Anyways, yeah, so there was a leak right here. Gonna replace it. You'll see that this one doesn't have a transmission cooler on it. The other one does. No problem. Just gonna put it in there, and nothing will come out. Also, you see how that's still murky? Yeah, there's a lot of rust in here, and it'll just go everywhere. So, what is that noise? I hated that. Alright. Alright. So much traffic. Anyway, take this fan off. I couldn't find a one of those big wrenches for the fan. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this clutch off, and found a big wrench. not made for it, but I think it'll work. And what I need is both of these. I don't need to take this clutch all the way off. I just need to take it part of the way. Like the two bolts that are holding on, I just dropped that one. I'll never find it again. I just need two of them off. That's it. I got this one. I think it'll work. I'm wrong. I gotta find a different one. Alright, so you may be wondering why I have a weird assortment of tools over here. Don't worry about that. All you need to know is I've got the radiator fan loose. Don't ask me how I did it, because what you know will not hurt you. You know, I'm looking at this fan, and something about it seems off. It just, that's not even. I don't know if that, I don't know if it's made that way, or if, I guess it is. I don't see nothing broken off. That's just strange to me. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Because that's definitely not even at all. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. Alright, so now we're going to get ourselves a 13, take this pump off, or not pump, a pulley. We're going to take the pulley off and the belt off, and I think I got a new belt for it. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I'm just gonna take that off. Oh, you're falling. What are you doing that? There you go. That's a 10, not that. That's not a 10. What are you? So apparently this is an 11, if you wanted to know. All right. Got these loose. All right, I got these loose. Next step is the actual water pump itself. I'm not going to worry about painting the pulleys right now, because I said so. Eventually, one day, we're going to rebuild this engine. And at that point, I will go ahead and paint everything, paint my pulleys. Everything's going to be new, and as much Motorcraft brand as possible, you know, because that's just the way God intended it. Gonna hang that down there. So now we got to get this water pump off. Remember to take off the heater hose off of the water pump on these 4.9s. Otherwise, you'll have to do it after the fact, and that won't be fun at all. Right now, what I'm doing, I'm taking off this lower radiator hose off of the water pump. I suggest you do the same. Make it just a tad bit easier. This little Gosh dang, I can't think of words. I'm having that trouble recently. Maybe I'm going crazy. These cheap little popper tools, they're incredibly handy, especially if you want to break everything around the thing you're trying to take off. They're great. And eventually they will actually take off what you want them to. But, you know, not without a little bit of fighting, but it makes it just a tad bit easier. Everything's got to be hard. Everything. Nothing's easy. If it was easy, it'd be too easy, I guess. Get off of there. Alright, this is going in the junk pile. Cool. Alright. Let me just go ahead and take this one off right here too. Might as well. Oh yeah, we got power tools, guys. We're gonna use them. We use them. Oh yeah. Dirty. Alright guys, I got my new water pump here. I'm gonna take my gasket and I'm gonna put some gasket maker on both sides just so I know I make a good contact on all surfaces and it won't leak. So this is a Loctite brand. That's what I'm using. It's blue. You don't need a lot, but you need some, you know. So don't go insane with it. Just a thin line is all you need. It took me a while to figure that out. Quite a while. It'll also help your gasket to stay in one place while you're putting it up there. You know. Alright, now I'm going to put it on there again on the back side. Alright, so what we do now, we come down here and we're going to thread that hose back through where it goes, get ourselves a bolt and get it ready to start. Alright, so I got the water pump on here secured and all that with minimal trouble. And while I was doing that, I had to adjust this right here. And whenever I did that, I hit this and I broke it. But I actually have another one. I believe will fit. Might not. Might have to leave and go get another one. No, it'll fit. We're good. What am I looking for? Ah, yes, the cap to this is right here. Glad I didn't lose that. Alright, I gotta take this old one out. We got the new one on there and tightened down, plugged up. It shouldn't leak. We'll see. Alright, so next step is I'm gonna go ahead and put the belt back on. So gotta get the pulley, put it back on, and you know, go from there. So yeah, you can just watch. I'm literally just doing everything I did earlier but backwards. Alright, so we got the belt back on. I'm sorry you can't see a lot. There's really not a position for me to put you at, you know, where you can actually see. I mean, I guess right down here would be good where I had you. Well, it's too late for that now. We're on the part you can see. I'll do better next time. I hope there's not a next time. Alright. you remember, put these 2 bolts back in there. I'm going to take them back out so I can do my stuff. If you don't have a tool, you got to adapt and overcome. That's what it said. And I couldn't find the tool, so I just used what I had. It worked. It didn't damage anything. Alright, so we got to do the hoses. I'm going to put the hoses on. Or you just know how to do it correctly. That's not going anywhere. I forgot something. I forgot these things. These are for the fan shroud that eventually will be in here. All you do is just take them and put them in. You got to push hard on them. You actually might need to get something else to push on them so you don't destroy your fingers. We're going to put on our hoses now. Hook them up. Alright, so y'all didn't miss much. All I did was put on this fan clutch. I mean, not fan clutch, fan shroud that was with the original radiator. Put on this, and I put on this. Y'all didn't miss anything at all. Alright, I'm gonna go get some coolant and we're gonna put it on there. Alright everybody, I got her running. I just topped her off with fluid. I let it get all the bubbles out that it could. So this thing's topped off. I don't see any leaks, luckily. And it's starting to get warm. Starting to get warm. Both of those. Yeah. I'm gonna let it idle for a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of fuel in the tank, and I'm gonna take it around the yard a couple times. Alright, I don't think you're gonna fall there. You might shake a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna back up. Put some gas in it. First time. Damn it. Alright everybody, it's the next day. I wasn't able to drive this thing. Actually, I did end up driving it that day. What happened was, I had some electrical issues. As soon as you turn the key, it would, no power. And then, you do it again, and then maybe it might have power, maybe it won't. You go to start it, and nothing happens, you know. Loose ground wire is what the cause of that is, I believe, and not making good connection. But yeah, so we'll drive it another day. That'll be it for this video. If you liked it, comment, you know, maybe subscribe, maybe like, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Yeah, and hopefully we finally get that rear end painted and get the bed on. But yeah, we have some sunny days coming up, so that'll be next. See ya.